Hello Rust players, we now have bees in Rust. Let's figure out how they work. So first of all, you have to find a bee honeycomb which is naturally generating on oak trees. You should see a photo of it right now. I haven't found one yet myself. And when you find one, you have to use an axe to break it down. But just make sure to either bring a hazmat, a flamethrower, a torch, or some water that you can throw on yourself for protection, because when you start breaking down the bee honeycomb, we're not gonna be happy about that. Now, when you break down a bee honeycomb, you're gonna get honeycomb, and also you can get some beehive nucleus. Now, I heard some people say that you can also get beehive nucleus by extracting honeycomb into honey. That hasn't happened to me yet, so it's still up for testing. But yeah, basically you get honeycomb and you get a beehive nucleus. Then what you want to do is craft this little, let's see here, this little beehive, and it's only going to cost you 200 wood, so it's pretty cheap. Then once you have that, you want to place it down. You can place it down on solid ground, but I recommend doing it on foundations. You can do it on like the edge of a foundation. Placing near walls is a bit tricky because for some reason it doesn't want to be placed right up against the wall. So I would just place it maybe on a edge of a foundation or something like that. Now once you have that, you want to add a beehive nucleus into it. Now once you get it, it's gonna be grade 3, and over time while it's inside a beehive, it's gonna level up to grade 1, which is the best, and will generate the most honeycomb for you. Now, you do not want to have a beehive inside because we prefer to be outdoors. They don't like rain, so you might want to build a little roof above your beehives. And you do not want to keep them in the snow areas because they don't like cold, or you want to have a heater for them if you do. Now, once you have a beehive set up, we can see here, it will start generating honeycomb. Now, when it actually has some honeycomb, there's gonna be bees around it, so you're again gonna need a hazmat suit. Now once you have honeycomb, you can do a few things with it. You can eat it. It's not gonna give you that many calories, but you can also use it in various cooking recipes, which we'll look at in the next video. But you can also extract pure honey from it. Jars of honey. And now with these jars of honey, again, you can use them in cooking recipes, or you can eat them for quite a decent amount of calories. And it will also remove some radiation for you. Okay, so if you're not gonna use the honey for cooking and you would prefer to sell it, this vendor right here at Bandit Camp, if I can press on it, it actually buys 1 jar of honey for 2 scrap. So you can sell honey to him if you want. Now, of course, it doesn't seem like a lot of scrap, but I guess that depends on how many beehives and how many beehive nucleus you collect. Now again, keep in mind that once the beehive nucleus actually upgrades to a higher grade, then we're gonna get more honeycomb, so more chances of profit. Now, the last thing you can actually do with the honeycombs and honey is make bee grenades, which if we look over here costs 1 beehive nucleus and 30 cloth. Now how this basically works is, if we throw it down right here, it will release the bees. Well, I am in God mode right now, but it will release the bees, which actually follows the player, and they won't recognize whether you're the enemy or you're the one who threw him. But basically, I tested it and it stays for quite a while, and as I read, it generates like 3 waves of bees. So I guess you could use this for trap bases or for various strategic purposes in fights. Again, if you're being chased by these bees, you either want to have a hazmat suit, you can use a torch or a flamethrower. You see, if I have a torch equipped, they don't want to go nearby me. And I think with a flamethrower you can actually kill them. Yeah, you see? They went away. So yeah, for now that's the uses we have for honey and honeycombs. And I'm sure they'll have even more uses in the future, but for now I'm very excited to see the new cooking recipes we can use these on. So until next time, guys, and see you later.